All right, guys, we got the news. The update finally hit. We know Alpha Lab 2 is coming April 18th to the 20th. It's only going to be 3 days. We know absolute load of changes. Like, this is basically the patch notes scrolling through all this here. It's quite a bit. And that's not even including like individual champ changes. And well, I thought I would make a video going over like all the specific changes. I think a lot of other creators have already covered that. There were a couple of things I did want to talk about here that I think are super interesting. And the first of that is going to be, I think we might know when this game is launching. We heard about there only being 10 champs on launch, and that's like a whole other discussion last night through a clip on Sajan's stream. Unconquerable and the Cannons joined, and we're talking through some stuff with him. But yeah, they confirmed 10 champs, and while that's disappointing for many people, including myself, I was expecting 12 at the minimum. It turns out creators have been hearing 11 since 2 years ago in the playtest in 2023 at Riot. So they even cut, basically, it sounds like one internally from what they had planned on launch. But I think there's some real good news to be had here. So there's one takeaway from the 2xKO Discord where people were asking different questions to the devs. And people were asking basically, why is Alpha Lab 2 shorter? And Dragos responded saying, there's a bunch of uninteresting detail here. One, I disagree, because I would be very intrigued to hear more about like the infrastructure changes, how big those issues are, how much of a delay it could have put on stuff, so on and so forth. Their level of confidence in being able to fix whatever caused a hiccup here. But he goes on to say, but most of it was related to downscaling the size and length of Alpha Lab 2 in order to not delay any future milestones. Okay. So what we can take from this statement is that everything is still on track internally for launch, except for, I guess, one champ. They wanted 11. They're going to have 10. But in terms of like dates, launch, open beta, I think all of that is still on track for what it's been in the past year plus. Last year in February, they told us the release window of 2025. So that was in February of last year, which means for at least a bit, they had to be confident in whatever launch window they were going to announce before that. Announcing it 16 months ahead of time, kind of, or 18 months, sorry, like a year and a half, kind of makes a lot of sense, right? Like, they already took all this time. Why even say 2025 unless they're confident they can get it within the window they announce? And then getting confirmation here after Alpha Lab 2 has already changed from a big global test to something smaller, and they're saying this is in order to not delay any future milestones. And we know there's like one more test before launch. I don't remember if they say that. I think they say that in the video, and then they also clarified later in another Discord question. But there's another playtest they plan on having before launch, so you can assume a big open beta, or maybe it's like closed, but you have to watch Twitch to get in or something like that. But there's definitely going to be a big playtest there. And then there's one other thing, or I guess two other things that kind of have me curious. The main skin set in Alpha Lab 2, excuse the flying scrolling, the pool party bundle, I'm sure you've seen it, and I'm so sorry, I need to change the song. It's the one theme I don't like in this game. But yeah, so with the pool party skin bundle being in, I would assume with how polished these are, because like, I don't know if they show them in game here. I think they just show everything comes with it. Yeah, like these are pretty polished skins. Everything about them is different. They have the whole, like their retextures, the VFX change. They have in the bundle like stuff for your avatar, stuff for your player card, a custom KO finisher. And what do you think of when you think of a pool party bundle? Like that, these only ever drop in summer for like League, right? And if they're saying we're not delaying anything, we're on track to hit all future milestones. Also, here's basically what looks like the full game. Everything they've talked about, like I don't think there's any additional modes or features that are not in Alpha Lab 2 that are going to be in launch, except maybe like an expanded tutorial a bit more. They said there's like a bare bones replay system prototype that they currently have, so it will be able to like watch back matches, but probably not do replay, or definitely not do replay takeover for launch. They have like little things like that, but I think for all intents and purposes, when they go through this menu and all the modes, like everything seems like mostly there. And obviously they're trying ranked now, so there might be tweaks to that, but it's mostly put together. And the matchmaking in Alpha Lab 1 honestly was better than City of the Wolves second beta now, a month out before that game's out. So I'm not like concerned right now at all about them launching like a quote unquote complete finished product basically this year. And I'm thinking by summer, because if you guys don't remember, TFT also has a set coming out in July this year that is, I don't know if it's exactly going to be one-to-one a Soul Fighter event, but clearly with the colors here, these are all the color palette of Soul Fighter skins, and it's labeled as an anime-style fighting tournament like never before. And Soul Fighter is all about a big fighting tournament, and it's all done in like an anime style, right? So if we have a fighting game themed drop coming in TFT in July, we have a current playtest. We know they're scrambling, or they're not scrambling, but they're committed to getting the game launched and fully done this year. And the biggest bundle that is in the game right now for any skins is Pool Party. Do you think they're going to launch this game in December with a Pool Party skin set? I don't think so. I really don't. Could they just be testing stuff and they hold on to those till next year? Maybe. But I personally think things are starting to kind of line up here where we're looking at a July, August open beta into launch situation. And it's probably gonna be very similar to Valorant, where there's an open beta for a couple weeks and then it might come down for a few days and then go back up as a launch. And I could see them doing it open beta July. At Evo, you can try the final character, like they reveal the final character before launch. You can try them there for the first time, and then the game launches like a week or two after Evo. Personally, I think that seems really reasonable. We know they're explicitly saying they're not moving delays. We know since February they've been planning 2025, and if you're announcing that far out with a game that's this track record, you're not doing that if you're not confident you can hit the year. So very likely not targeting like Q1 or Q4 for when they announce that, right? And it's not going to be Q2, very likely, or maybe it would be borderline Q2 if we're getting Alpha Lab 2, and that already has to be cut in its scale to get to the rest of the game to where it needs to be. And in the video, they actually talk about it. I can pull it up in the beginning.
Yeah, this is stuff like that.
This is the stuff they want to focus on for launch. Backend servers, like improving matchmaking, localization.
Servers, improving matchmaking, localization, and UI.
And UI. Like, none of that stuff is like, I mean, there's definitely like hours that need to go into it to get it done, but it's not like an unsolvable thing that they're trying to sort out. Unless there's big networking issues we're not aware of. But again, they're saying like they're only scaling this down right now because they want to be able to hit the other deadlines. And to my knowledge, like, that makes a lot of sense. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know if I'm just on the copium here. I thought there was going to be more champs than what we're getting on launch. So I'm clearly not 100% accurate with this stuff. But I don't know, man. Pool Party skin, that polish, that front facing in the store. Evo's always been the biggest time of the year for this game in terms of announcements. It's the first time this name was ever confirmed to, or the game was ever confirmed to exist, was when the Cannons announced it. I think it was Evo 2018. Something like that. They confirmed that Riot purchased Radiant and they were working on a fighting game. And then basically it was the first time we ever got to play the game publicly was at Evo. And the first time, there was another first there too. I can't remember, but Evo's a big deal. So, and on top of that, we know Evo France has a main stage game that's to be announced. So I don't know, man. I think there's a good chance of this, and they seem confident in, or they at least seem like they get that the people who are excited about this game want to be able to play it sooner than later, and we're happy to play it with a couple less characters if that means we're getting the games in our hands sooner. So let me know if you guys agree. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm obviously going to be I mean, I haven't gotten any word one way or the other if I'm going to be in Alpha Lab 2. I would hope so, since through their creator program, I was able to play in the first one. But assuming I'm in the second one, I'll definitely be streaming that nonstop from beginning to end. Basically, it's only 3 days, so I really gotta no life that. And then I honestly would expect champ reveal soon after that, because we have Evo Japan, I think like 3 weeks after Alpha Lab 2. And we got Alawi added to the game before Evo Japan last year. And then Evo USA, we got Braum added before that. So it could really be like it could be Alpha Lab 2, right into new champion reveal. That champion's playable at Evo Japan, and basically like the same build, but just a new character in it. Then within a month or two, they confirm open beta's coming, announce another character to join with that. People play that, and then at Evo you can reveal, or just before Evo or at Evo, whatever you want to do, you could reveal the final character and say they're coming in with launch in X number of weeks. That's where I'm at now. We'll see what actually happens, but either way, it's really exciting. All these changes look great. I hope you guys check out the details on them. I think the game's going to be even more fun now, so really looking forward to it. And yeah, we'll see what happens. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. If you want to throw a like, drop a sub, share a link to the video somewhere if you believe in the theory. Really appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.